Salam and welcome back to yet another very exciting tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at how to design a CV, a curriculum vitae. Anyhow, a CV is the most important thing in my opinion when it comes to applying for a new job. It's the first thing that the employer will look at, and if you want to make a good first impression, then you must make your CV or your resume pleasant to look at. If you stick around till the end, I promise you that you will be able to transform your current CV into a much nicer and pleasant document that will make a huge difference in your job application. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Alright, before jumping into the video, if you are new here, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. I make graphic design related content including logo designing, poster designing, 2D motion graphics and photo manipulations and many more. So if you are into that sort of stuff, if you are into designing, do make sure to subscribe. I promise you, you won't regret it. Alright, enough talk, let's start designing. Okay, first let's create an artboard. So I'm gonna go to create new. You can go to file new, same thing. And then I'm gonna select print from here because this is a file, this is a document that is highly likely going to be printed. So I'm gonna type here CV and everything else looks okay. Just click create. Now let's go ahead and create a rectangle. I'm gonna take the rectangle tool and then I'm gonna create a rectangle just about here. Make sure it's not more than the half, it's less than the half of the artboard. So let's go ahead and give it like a round of number, maybe 215 is okay, I think. Now I'm gonna select now I'm gonna view the ruler by pressing Ctrl R, and it's gonna bring up the ruler. Right click here and I'm gonna view the centimeters, and now it's gonna change the sizes into centimeters. Let's go ahead and give it maybe 7.5. Enter. And so make sure this is aligned to the left. Before that, let's go ahead and change the color black. Let's go ahead and change everything. Let's give the stroke none, and let's give the fill maybe blue, and let's align it to the left. So what you can do is just press this horizontal align left, or you can just align with the mouse, the tracker. Let's go ahead and make this a bit lighter, a lighter color. Looks okay. So maybe more bluish lighter. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the text tool and click here once, and I'm gonna type a name, maybe yep, this is a very famous guy. So let's go ahead and increase the font size. I'm gonna go to character and just keep clicking here. If you want to go fast, I'm gonna press shift key and then keep clicking. Maybe 50 is okay. And then I'm gonna select I'm gonna give it a good typeface. So if you know me, there's a go-to typeface that I use. which is Source Sans Pro. But you can use any typeface that you want. I'm just gonna use this because it looks nice. So maybe we could change this text into light, maybe a regular. Yep, just to give it a contrast, you know. And some decrease the line height to maybe 48, and looks good. So let's give it this color. I'm gonna select the eyedropper tool and just click once. Maybe what we can do is we can select this first name, and we can give it maybe gray. See, looks okay, I guess. Let's give it let's make it all caps. Now let's take the text tool, click here and make this into a into one line. And let's go ahead and copy this. I'm gonna move it to the left side just a bit, and I'm gonna copy this by pressing Alt key and dragging it down just like that. And I'm gonna decrease the size to 30, and I'm gonna write here his designation or something, I don't know, maybe something like that. Let's go ahead and make it even more smaller. Always zoom out to check the overall design. So let's go ahead and make this semi bold. Yeah, I guess regular looks okay. Let's make it darker like that. Yeah, I guess let's make this guy darker even more. And let's make this guy, okay, just select that, and let's make this guy lighter. So yeah, now it looks better. Now let's go ahead and copy this guy just right about there, and let's rename this maybe experience is enough, I think. Okay, so we're gonna write some sort of let's go ahead and make this guy even more smaller, maybe 16, and make it bold, and make it lower caps, and also make it darker, maybe this color. Yep, cool. Okay, so we're gonna write something like, let's copy this guy again, make sure to leave a decent amount of space between each of them. I'm gonna write here maybe senior designer, and make it semi bold and make it smaller. 16 is okay, I guess, and make it darker like that. And let's say this is the designation. Now what we want to do is we're gonna copy this again, and we're gonna write the company name. So I'm just gonna write company name / location, just anything. and we're gonna make this lighter, like so. Let's make it consistent. Okay, so all right, so make this bold again, and make this guy a bit more bigger in size. Yeah, make this regular, just to give it a contrast between, just to show that this is a big title and this is a subheading, and this is the another subheading, like subheading. I don't know what that's called. Okay, so copy this again. This is gonna be the content, and let's go ahead and change this to area type, because we're gonna write something here. So maybe, yeah, let's go ahead and create a text box and decrease the size and decrease the 20. Maybe do that again. Delete. Take the text tool. We want to make it 16, and we want to put it auto at the line spacing. So we want to create a text box here, just like that. Let's take the color picker and pick this color, and maybe make it smaller in line height. Maybe make it 14, and lighter, and make it darker. Okay, so pressing the shift key to align it, I'm gonna select the text that is underneath this text by pressing shift key and make a box just like that, and I'm gonna delete that. And let's go ahead and make this justified and no hyphenate. That will look even more better. Okay, so I guess this looks okay. So we're gonna repeat this for the next experience. Let's go ahead and make this text a bit more yep, like that. We're gonna copy all of this, press the Alt key and drag it down, just like that. Make sure that there's a space between all of these, and we're gonna write here maybe creative designer, and company name Maldives, Maldives. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this guy into the Illustrator. This is a picture that I got from unsplash.com. This is a free website. You can download a lot of pictures from that website. So I'm gonna create a circle right about here, and let's go ahead and bring this guy. Make sure that the picture is behind the shape. So we want to put this picture inside of the circle. So I'm going to select the picture and press the shift key and select the circle as well. Then right click, make Clippy Mask. So now if you double click here, and you can adjust this picture. So I'm gonna press shift key and Alt key to make this guy smaller, just like that. Click away. Looks good. Then the next thing we're gonna do is we can either leave it at that, just like that, or we can create another outline just like that and create a stroke just to see how it looks. I guess it looks fine. Let's go ahead and make this maybe darker color, bit of a gray. I guess white looks okay. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we're gonna create you know what, before that let's copy this guy right about here and make it into white. And let's take the text tool and select all of them, and right here about me. Okay, so we're gonna copy this text layer, Alt key, press the Alt key and just copy it here and align it, and we're gonna shrink it down just about there. The reason we made this layer, this text box into text area from here is because we want this this wrapping. We want this wrapping to happen when we shrink it down. Okay, so his about will not be that long, so let's go ahead and center this, pressing both of them. Let's make this white. Okay, so now let's select this text box and select the rectangle and select the rectangle again to align this text into the box, just like that. Yeah, and let's align this to the left side of this text box. Make sure the spacing is equal here as well. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to select these two layers, and we're going to copy this. Just Alt key, press Alt key and Shift key to copy it down just like that. And we're going to edit this layer, this text, with maybe contact, and let's change this to, take the text tool and select all of them and write something like this is the country code. I'm just gonna write something. I hope this is not a real number. Okay, so let's put some more information here. Maybe John at do.com. Enter, and maybe write something, address goes here, zip 1532 something. Okay, so this looks okay. Let's go ahead and shrink it down to there, and maybe we should give it some icons. So let's go ahead and lock this layer because we might accidentally select that layer. I'm gonna lock that by going down here and clicking lock, small lock, so that we don't select that. Okay, so for the icons, I'm gonna copy this guy, this down here, and I'm gonna use the font awesome because it's awesome. It's a bad joke. I'm just gonna use the font awesome. You can use maybe free pick to download some icons. Icons, just type here. Yeah, you can download these things I'm not gonna use that. I'm just going to use this. So I have this font awesome. I'm gonna write font alt, pretty cool. And maybe envelope alt. Okay, sorry, I think envelope is enough. House, home, home. Okay, or you can just or you can just type here maybe map marker alt. You'll get used to this font awesome codes. If you go to maybe if you go to cheat font awesome cheat sheet, you can find a lot of icons here, and you can download the font awesome from the website font awesome font, and you can use these commands or use these, I don't know what these are called. I just call them codes. So if you write bullseye, like bullseye, you get that. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and make these guys smaller. Maybe 14 is enough, I think. How much is this? 14, and the line height is 20. So let's make this also 20. Okay, let's put these guys right here, and let's shrink these guys down just like that. So now what we have is a cool, okay, let's make these guys maybe 25. Yeah, we'll make this also 25, and we'll make these two we'll make this guy 20 line height. I hope I'm explaining it well enough for those of you who are following along. Okay, 20 is enough. Okay, so what else can we make? Let's go ahead and copy this guy. Okay, just press Alt key and copy it. Okay, wait, we need this guy. Copy it down here, and I'm gonna change this to skills, maybe professional skills. And let's go ahead and copy. What do we want to copy? Maybe this guy, and maybe make it smaller and make it semi-bold and make it, it's gonna write Photoshop, and we want to take the line segment tool, and we want to, you know what, let's go ahead and take the rectangle tool. I want to create a rectangle, just a very long rectangle, just like that, and we want to make it round, and we want to make it an outline. And let's go ahead and copy this. Let's go ahead and paste. Control F. We're gonna paste it on the same position. Control F, and I'm gonna change this to fill, and I'm gonna shrink it down to maybe here. So this will indicate that this is the professional skill level of the individual. What was it again? John Doe. Okay, so let's give maybe blue color, and let's give this guy blue color as well to the outline. Okay, looks good. So let's go ahead and copy this line, and I'm gonna press Alt key and drag it down here, and we're gonna repeat that step with Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, and I think again, yeah. So we're gonna replace these texts with other softwares, Illustrator, and InDesign, After Effects. Let's rename this to Premiere Pro. I don't know if the spelling is correct. Let me know in the comments. Too lazy to find out. What else is there? I guess animate. This is just, we should call this Adobe skills. Okay, so let's go ahead and change these accordingly. Maybe I will change this according to my skills. I'm not very good at InDesign. I am like above average in After Effects, in Premiere Pro as well. Okay, I'm better than I'm better with After Effects than Premiere Pro. So let's keep all of these at level, and I have 0 animate skills. Let's go ahead and change this to maybe Lightroom, and I'm not good with Lightroom either. So okay, so one thing that we notice is when we try to shrink it and expand, these curves become, these corners become less curvy. So you want to fix that in everything. This guy as well. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is let's go ahead and find out what else is there. Okay, so let's adjust the spaces, select all of them, and move it up. I'm using the arrow key to move it up, and let's put some space between these guys, room for breathing. I'm gonna copy this, both of them, leave it there, and let's call it interests. Interests, and right here maybe designing. Let's copy this, maybe gaming. I don't game much, but I like gaming. And or what else? Movies? I don't know, man. Okay, so it's been a really long time that I made a CV, you know. Okay, so what else is there? Maybe if you want to include education and stuff, you can make a new, let's go ahead and make a new page. Let's go ahead and bring these guys down. We want to center it. We don't want anything else down here, so center it. And let's copy this layer. I'm gonna select the artboard tool, and I'm gonna press Alt key, and I'm gonna just copy and drag. I'm just gonna drag. Okay, so there's a problem that we are facing because we have locked this layer. That's why Illustrator is going crazy. I'm gonna copy this here, and I'm gonna delete these guys. Delete all of them, Maybe just keep the contact, or just keep nothing here. You don't really have to. I'm gonna delete this, delete, and let's keep, let's delete these guys. Let's keep this guy. I'm gonna bring this guy up. Let's zoom in here and change this to education, and we're gonna write the name of the title of the education, something like bachelor's. How do you spell this? Bachelor's degree. Okay, never mind. Just write something which are degree in information, and let's make it smaller. In graphic designing, which is not true. And let's write here maybe diploma in graphic designing, and we're gonna write here the company name, not the company name, institution. Okay, so this looks fine, I guess. Let's go ahead and give some page numbers so that we know that this is page 1 and 2, in case you know. I'm gonna make a square here, and I'm gonna select the direct selection tool, and I'm gonna select this corner, and I'm gonna curve it just like that. Let's make it even more, enlarge it, and let's go ahead and give this guy blue, and we're gonna copy this text, and we're gonna rename this to 1 maybe. Let's go ahead and bring this guy up because this is underneath the shape. Right click, arrange, bring to front. I'm gonna move this guy here. Let's go ahead and edit this guy with pen tool, the text tool, and you know what, let's go ahead and give it white. Yep, and we're gonna select both of these and copy it, Ctrl C, and come to this artboard, and we're gonna paste it here on the same area. So we're gonna press Ctrl F, and we are going to change this to 2. Okay, sweet. All right, so let's go ahead and bring some final adjustments. Maybe I'm just gonna shrink all of the texts into smaller sizes because these are too bold. 12 and 18 looks fine. Alright guys, that is pretty much everything. I hope this video helped you to make a really cool CV design. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. So yeah, I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, salam. Wish that I can be somebody that can live just like you did. And now that I know, my life's been such a bliss.